Digimon Adventure Tri episode 4, and this is the final episode of Reunion so far, and pretty much a few things sort of happened in this one. Well, now, if you wasn't listening for the last one, well, Izzy made these fucking super goggles which can, see man, like the ripples in between the digital and the real world, and these goggles can pick them up perfectly. And it goes from that to and pretty much a good majority of the episode is them walking around trying, man, to find these fluctuations, because if they can, then they can pretty much stop them or fight the Digimon which are inside of there, so that everything can go smoothly. But the problem, a small underside of the story of this one is that Tai and Matt sort of have to have a talk about what is going on, and or at least I'm just only talking about like the major important part of this episode, and it is that Matt and Tai, that they really that they were trying to figure out like what is the best course of action to sort of fix everything and make everything right, or at least how they both can sort of like continue to work together, and the changes in which that has been happening to them over time. To whereas that Matt says that he is the same like when they were younger, when they first did this thing, whereas Tai says that he's actually different because he sees a little bit more, and of course he doesn't want to kill anybody and he doesn't want to make that fucking mistake. Whereas, which is sort of a thing to where like when they did have to deal with like their biggest adversary, which is Alphamon, a crazy ass like super powerful Digimon who is, I believe, who I believe is trying to be the next fucking Myotismon. That fucking vampire who was trying to like drink the blood of children and women alike. Stuff like that. But this one does sort of fix one of the earlier questions in which that I asked, which was every time that they fight, because they did try to fight Omegamon with their basic evolutions, and they didn't win. They got their asses beat. But the thing that was actually pretty crazy to me though was that Agumon and Garurumon could still go to higher modes. Like they could go like out of nowhere, just wear Garurumon and Metal Greymon, and then fucking Metal Garurumon, and then like War Greymon, and then after a small little speech with fucking Matt, about like how that they are the only ones who can actually save these people, then that's when they fuse their Digimon together to fucking create Omegamon. I mean, like, his name is different in America, but it's Omegamon in Japan. And of course he does sort of defeat Alphamon, but they do sort of end this on like a very deep ass stare of fucking Tai looking out at the aftermath, and then Matt just looking out at it for a second and then walking away with Sora in the background. And I guess that it's sort of telling me that this is going to be a long road show, because whatever in the hell is going on with Matt and Tai, and whatever they had to face in this episode is going to become a major problem later on in the future, because this wouldn't be the first time where something like this actually sort of bothered them. Whereas that, because I believe before it was the whole like brother-sister thing of fucking when TK and Kairi, when they got lost in the digital world and Tai and Matt were separated, and then they had that little fist fight. Whereas this one, it's sort of coming off the same way, whereas that they're a little bit more mature about it, but it's going to become a problem again in the future, to where like that they both have opposing ideals, and it's going to end up fucking something up in the future. So yeah, I do want more of this, and I really like fucking Digimon, to the point where I really got to start this actually, every single time I watch a series, I want to watch it all over again, but like until then, that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out. Let me know what you think of Digimon. I'm out.